Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back. I just got some plain tips here, and that's because I'm doing something a little different today. I know you guys like to see me design some nails with stamping plates because that's my usual. But I'm just gonna show you guys how pretty these Glam and Glits acrylics are. I have 8 little jars here. And I'm just going to, I also want to say, I got this brush. I guess it says Finger Queen. It's a number 10. I did get another one in a size 16, but it hasn't came yet because it works so well. Like, the acrylic doesn't stick inside of it. And this was from Aliexpress, believe it or not. I thought that this brush was going to, like, just get acrylic all stuck in it and start feathering out, but it didn't. It stood so nice. It's so soft. And you know, sometimes they say it's a real Kolinsky, but then you use it and after a few minutes it just starts going. And I was tempted not to buy it because I'm like, for a couple extra bucks I could buy like a JC Concepts brush or something, because this is the one I usually use right here, which is also a number 10. Which also says 100% Kolinsky, or Beauty, yeah, JC Beauty Concepts. But this brush, it just works so nice. I was so surprised and I've already used it a few times. I even, like, it's what I did my nails with. So, yep. I'm just going to be using some Mia's Secret monomer. So, let me just pour some into this little dish here. And I'm just going to do some swatches on these tips I got here. So let me set this aside. If I need more, I could always go in with more. So the first one, I'm going to push these up too, because I just had them set up here too. So let's see here. I guess we could go in with this one first. And it is called Rainbow Sprinkles. And this is how it looks. It's just got a light clear acrylic with pink and blue, like, little glitter decos in there. I think they're little circles. Yeah, they're not octagons or nothing. They're just little circles. So let me get ready here. I am used to a little bit bigger brush than this one, so, because I kind of like to put one good bead on there and just kind of pat it in and let gravity take its place. But you know what? You are able to, when you have a little bit smaller brush, to kind of just keep, it doesn't go all over the place either. You have a little bit of control, a little bit more. This brush does give you pretty good control too. So far, that is how it is looking. Oh, I got a lot of the glitters in that pickup. I think this would be so good for, like, stamping, like, unicorns, or you know what? I think I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll even use these tips for Valentine's Day for, like, negative space, like all hearts, and inside the hearts it'll have like this this acrylic on it, inside of it, like this design. So instead of coloring the hearts in, all you got to do is top coat and stamp right over it, and boom, there you go. You don't even got to color your hearts in. It just got a bunch of little cute blue in. So there you go. This is how this looks. Normally I would put, like, if I was doing this on my own nails, a clear acrylic over it, and then just file it down and put some top coat. But yeah, it is such a beautiful, I love Glam and Glits acrylics. I got one and became like obsessed with them. They are so beautiful. So let me get all this off of here so none of those little get into the next one I do. Oh, and they do have different like collections. This collection is the matte acrylic collection, just so you know. And I did get these from Amazon. So next I'm going to go in with this one, and I believe this is the one I am wearing right now, and it is called Pumpkin Pie. Again, it's the matte acrylic collection, Glam and Glitz. So that is how it looks. So this brush works so wonderfully good. So I just try to, like, you know, it's not really runny too. So you have a lot of control with this acrylic. It's not runny. And yeah, like I said, you got a lot of control. So you just pick up your bead, kind of. Got a nice solid bead. Kind of just pat it down into place here, and then kind of just, and I don't even have to do much filing with these. Like, as you see, it goes on very, very nicely. Oh, got a little pink one on there. Get off. It's not too runny, it's not too thick, it's just a really easy acrylic to work with, I think. Love the Glam and Glitz acrylics. So have any of you guys used these acrylics? Or when I was going to nail school, it was so long ago, I can't even think. What was my favorite acrylic I used to use? I used to buy it at Sally's and at Midwest Beauty Supply, but you were only able to shop there if you had, like, a card that you worked in a salon, or like your license or whatever, or if you were going to school. So, and I cannot think. It was like a Salon brand. I just can't think of it right now. I'm making a, but here is how that one looks. And as you see, there's no bumps or nothing, like. So if you're a beginner, I think these would be really good. And then it's nice because you can just buff it with, like, a coarse buffer. And, you know, you don't have to worry about over filing or anything. And then sometimes you don't notice bumps till you put polish on. So these are good too, because then you could just put clear on and you won't see any bumps if, like, you're a beginner and you're not really good at filing it. Sometimes you get, like, grooves or indents. So yeah, I think these are really good. So again, that was Pumpkin Pie. Where did I set my other one? Here it is. So I'm just going to put these away. This one right here is called Bahama Splash. And this is also the matte acrylic collection. And this is how it looks. So let me, oh, I already got it tip out. Here we go. And as you see, this brush isn't getting all globby either. It was a pretty decently priced brush, because I paid like 30 bucks for my JC Concepts brush. This one, I think it was like a little over 10 bucks. I think maybe it was 15, I'm not sure. And I was like, should I spend that much on like because I wasn't really thinking, because you know, it was Aliexpress, and I do like a lot of things from Aliexpress, but I was thinking like the cheaper brush is just not gonna work. I have bought so many brushes, you know, sometimes you buy things trying to save money, and in the long run you end up wasting money because you keep buying different ones. By the time you have bought all the cheap ones that didn't work, you could have just spent the money and bought one decent one that lasts you, you know. And sometimes when you're new, which I'm not new at doing acrylic, but you know, like let's just say like a lot of new people who are starting out doing nails, they don't know how to clean their brushes really good, and they wake up to having like acrylic on them. If you stick them in some acetone for a little bit, like 10 minutes, and you wipe them down, it will be good as new. I know they tell you not to do it, but I've done it, and I've never had a problem with any of my brushes. So sometimes I'll even stick them in there before putting them away and just rub them clean, and I wake up and they're always good. So, but here is the Bahama Splash, I believe I said it was, and this is how that looks. I think they kind of look marbled, or like, I don't know, like a stucco. You could even do these with like a negative space, like Easter egg image. Uh-oh. These kind of all just went on top of each other because of the magnets. So next, we are going to go in with, I'm just going to do this one here, and it's called Berry Bomb. Again, it's the matte acrylic collection, and this is how it looks. They did have another one with a bunch of like reds and pinks, and I forgot what it was called, but I was like, I already have this one, so I didn't get it. But yeah, I think if you like, you have a negative space like Easter egg stamping plate, these would be good for in the middle of the Easter eggs too. Could even make a nice gradient. Look at that. Could do like a clear and then do this on top like this, like a gradient. I just like how much control you have with these. Uh-oh. Just lost my light. It seems like this happens every time I'm doing a video lately. Like, what the heck? I did do a video last night, some penguins, but I still haven't edited it yet. Probably will get this one up before that one. And obviously, like I always say, I don't use this phone unless it's for doing a video, so I never have it on a charger. So let me stick a charger in really quickly. I promise you it will kick back on in a couple minutes. I'm just gonna finish putting this acrylic on, and then I'll wait till it pops back on. So here, let's just get this on. Then what always helps is if you're holding the nail down, you let gravity take it, you just pat your sides, make sure it's not leaking, and then you kind of just lightly, you know, like pat it and brush it down softly, light-handed. So like if you're new to acrylic, little tip that will help. because I've seen a lot of like new people hold a nail like this way, but if you hold a nail like down on towards an angle, it will slide down instead of like off into the side of the like nail bed, like the cuticle area and all that, because you definitely don't want it running onto the skin. It's not good, and then also you'll get lifting. So now this does look a little smaller than, I don't know, than my Kolinsky does. Like, it is a 10, but it just seems so small. So that's why I went with a 16, which I know it's going to be huge, but I needed a little bit bigger one. If it is too big, I'll go back and get either maybe a 14 then or a 12, but we'll see. But here is how that berry balm or whatever it's called is, and it's so pretty. I love these. So let that dry over here. Matte one's out of the way. I think this is the last matte one. This is the matte acrylic collection also, like I said, and this is Lavender Ice, and it's just this really pretty like baby purple with like it looks like there's some glitters in there. It's got like a little bit of a sparkle in there, and then it's got like some like white octagon or circle little decos in there. Oop. I wish this light would come on. There we go. So that is how it is looking. It's very light, but you got to think this snail is also white, so it does have, oop, got a pink one in there. It does have a white base, but it pretty much looks like this after you put a couple coats on your like regular nail tip too. So that's how it's looking so far. There's some little black dots, as you can see in there. That probably came from like these right here. But, so just minus those out, because they're in my solution here at the bottom. They soak to the bottom when I kept double dipping. Let's see if we could go over it just a little bit. So there we go. Maybe I should have did these like lighter ones first. I wasn't like thinking though about it. This is the Fantasy Acrylic Collection, not the matte. So as you see here, it's the Fantasy, and it's called Gorgeous Gold. And this is how it looks. It's just a bunch of gold glitter. Holographic gold glitter, because there's some hollows in there. And then with just like clear acrylic. What am I doing here? Let me dip my brush. Some solution there. Get a nice pickup. It's a very very sparkly. Again, easy to work with. Consistency is really good. See, as you see how it's like kind of, if you hold it down, you kind of just pat the sides and go with it. Much easier. It is such a stunning golds acrylic, glitter acrylic. And I was always like, oh, I'm not gonna buy like mixed acrylics with, you know, glitters in them. I can mix them myself. You can get a big bag and just, you know, dip your clear and dip into the, but I don't know. There's something about these that like, I just really like them. I know a lot of people like using polygel. It's just, you know, I went to nail school in the 90s, in like the later 90s. They didn't have gels like that. We had fiberglass, we had silk wraps. We did have gel, but it wasn't like polygels, you know. All this is like newer. I would love to go back to school and just like learn all the newer stuff over again. Just because I feel like I was so young, I didn't really, I don't know, maybe I didn't take it seriously. Like I didn't really, I always liked it to do nails, but I didn't really, I don't know. Sometimes you get older and you take things more like, you're more serious about them. And like, you know, sometimes you get older and you just understand things easier. Because it seems like everything's easier now. Like understanding application and, but look how beautiful this gold is. Stunning. I mean, you gotta, when I was in school, all they had was clear acrylic, natural, like natural pink and white. They didn't have like all these colored acrylics and glitter acrylics and encapsulation and so next we are going to go in with this, and this is the diamond acrylic collection. So the last one was fantasy and the ones before that were matte. Oh, and this is called Blue Rain. And it just looks like this. And I accidentally bought two of those thinking I bought, I don't know how it happened. I thought I bought, what's it called? It was another hollow one. And I don't know. I didn't even know I did that till like, I was like, where's my, and I'm like, wait, two Blue Rain. Which I kind of thought this was going to be more like little blue. I'll show you in a minute. Like little blue specks. I have another one that's like orange, and I'll show you what I mean. I thought it was just going to be like little blue glitters with like white, kind of like the purple one, but with just like blue, white, and like clear acrylic. But it's all these like colorful little strips of hollow glitters and with clear acrylic. Again, it is very easy to apply. No issues. Kind of just slightly swipe it down. And then you would put like a clear acrylic over it. Sometimes I give it a nice buff because these really don't need too much filing. They are very, they lay down very nicely. So then you could just buff them and then put your clear acrylic on top. But here's how that came out. And it is so pretty. In the sun, all you see is like rainbows. So this one right here is called Fairy Dust. And again, it is the Fantasy Acrylic Collection. And it kind of almost looks like the Blue Rain one. So, but we are going to do it anyway. So where's our tip here? And then I have one more that I forgot all about. So it kind of looks like the other one, but it's not. It has little diamond holographic glitters in there. It is beautiful. So this one does get a little tricky to put on, but it's not too bad. Just kind of because, you know, they could stick up. You got to get them to lay flat. So, but it's not too bad. And then, you know, they could poke out of the sides here, so you got to kind of... But it is still very gorgeous. And as you see, I don't know if you could see, inside of there, there's also some like little hollow and little circles, not hollow, pastel. My son is out there vacuuming, so if you have the vacuum cleaner, I guess he decided he wanted his little area there clean. Which I'm happy. My little boy is cleaning his area and emptied his garbage can I seen, and he went and got cleaning up his room. So while that's drying, so I could do another coat. Ooh, went out of focus there, like always. Let me see. I have another tip ready because I forgot all about this orange one till I was talking about that Blue Rain one. So let me get a tip onto this nail right here. Okay, so this should be good. We could do one more layer of it. Oh, I think I did that one a little dry. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put a little bit of... There we go. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at this. So pretty. I just feel like putting a unicorn like design over it. Look at that. And then picture filing it and putting like the top coat on it, like when all the magic happens. It's like you see this dusty nail and then all of a sudden it's like glass with color. But oh, I love that. It's so pretty. And then you can see all the pastel glitters in there underneath and in between. So beautiful. This matte one. And like this is the matte acrylic collection and it's called Tropical Citrus. And it just looks like that. This is how I kind of thought the Blue Rain was going to look, but just with like blue in there instead of the orange. So let me get the nail tip. And I didn't buff these nails or anything for the acrylic to stick to. They're just sticking right to it. And yeah. See, they don't like slip and slide all over the place. And this is a shiny surface. So, I don't know. I just feel like these are really good for beginners. Because you have a lot of control. And like I said, it'd be very minimal. And this ain't like a sponsored video or nothing. I purchased all these. I purchased everything with my own money. I mean, Pretty Diva has been sending me stuff, but like besides that, everything I do is on me. So like, when I tell you it's my opinions, you know, even if it was sponsored, I wouldn't lie. I'd give you an honest. Like I said, nobody has money to be blowing these days, so. But I just truly think this is really good acrylic just to work with. It's not runny, it's not sloppy. The ones with these glitters and stuff, I don't think you would have a lot of filing to do. And even if it came out like a little lumpy, believe it or not, with the hand file, just file it, putting clear on it, you probably wouldn't notice as much as if with like, if you painted it a color, like you did a regular acrylic and you colored it. Because sometimes you don't notice lumps or like you didn't file it super good until you put like a white polish on or something. Do you know how many times in the beginning when I first started doing nails, I'm even guilty of it now, who am I kidding? You file, everything looks great, then you paint it and you see it and you're like, oh. Especially on my right hand, because I'm not left-handed. Like, I could do my right hand in minutes, or my left hand, because I'm right-handed. But when I got to do my right hand with my left hand, it takes me forever. But this isn't very bright. It's very kind of pale. It's not my favorite one. Minus those little black dots. They did come from the other acrylics I had that had those little black dots in it. But this is how it looks. It's just white with like a really pale orange. Now the orange is a little brighter in person. Let me see if I bring it down there and focus in. You could kind of see how orangey kind of more it is up there. Let me put a little bit more of that orange towards the bottom. And that's good as it's getting. Ooh. But as you see, it's pretty, ooh. No filing would really be needed, see? Anyway, let me close this up. So between the three, it's the Fantasy collection, the Diamond collection, and the Matte collection. And this is how they all look. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give them a quick buff with my buffer, my coarse buffer. Where's my newer one? I don't know. I'll have to use this one. But I just use one of these coarse buffers here. And what I do is and that brush worked really well for me. So if you don't feel like spending 30 bucks on a brush, hello, that one worked great. It's kind of a pain because they keep like sliding off. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to put some base on these. I'll give it a quick little buff and base them. But look, I think this one's so pretty. Let me stick that one in the lamp. Just a quick little rub. Ugh, come on, come off of there. There we go. Put some base on this one. Because I have it sitting here, otherwise I would have just top coated it. Here's this glittery gold one, which will not need much buffing because that one was pretty much flat as can be and perfect, if I do say so myself. Oh, look at that, you guys. It is so like in person. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, I wish I had that on for Christmas with some red. This would have been on the accent nail for sure. While I do these couple here. Right now, the pumpkin pie one. Oh my goodness, I have like a paper clip on the bottom of this. And oh my goodness, did I lose the magnet to this? Is there? Oh no, it's underneath it. Okay. Okay. And then we got this one here. I believe that's the Blue Rain. Yeah, that's Blue Rain. And believe it or not, they were not that expensive. So, I don't know why some were more than others when they're all the same size. And I believe one was like $15 and some were $10. So they weren't too bad because believe it or not, they do have glitters and the acrylic, and I thought they would go fast because they were smaller jars because I'm used to like big jars, but nope. Oh. Oh, here we go. All the beautiful shininess rainbow. Yes. All glitter all day. Rainbows, rainbows, rainbows. You see a little bit of the buffing lines there. But really, this is just to show you. I know I'm not being perfect with it, but just want to show you guys. So that's Berry Bomb. I think this is Bahama Splash. Let's give it a quick, get the sides here. This orange one right here. Citrus Punch, I think it was. And that is how that one looks. So let me just take this lid off and stick it right into the lamp. I am soaking my brush for a few minutes till we're done here, just to get some of these little fine glitters that kind of did get in the bristles out of there, which I always do, and that's how it keeps my brushes nice. I soak them for a few minutes before I put them away. Sometimes I will even put a little drop of oil on them, because, and then you could always take like alcohol or something and wipe your brush off when you're done. I don't use like 99 point whatever percent alcohol anyway. I think it's just this one, 50%, and it just takes off the like shiny, like oily pieces. So it just takes off like that oiliness on your brush. But just gonna wipe this down with some alcohol here, because it has that tacky layer. And then I'm going to show you guys how they look. Whoops, let's fix that. Bent a little bit. And this is how they all look. Beautiful acrylics. I just really love the Glam and Glits acrylics. They're beautiful. They are easy to work with. They're very like manageable. I think they're good for beginners if you ask me. I mean, oh my god, this gold is so gorgeous. I just really like them. I just think they're very easy to manage. I've been wearing them since I've got them because they're just so easy. Like, and I'm not a person who really likes colored acrylic, believe it or not. I just like clear because I feel like, I don't know, a lot of times the colored acrylic, like when I'm filing, I file it, I got one of these little things on here, I file it down to where there's like pieces where it's darker in some spots and it's faded in others. Even if I put the clear on there overneath the top, and then it's like you don't always get it all off when you switch up your like nail design, even if you put clear underneath. And I don't like to put clear underneath and then color it on in the middle and then clear on top again, because I don't like it that thick. I don't like my nail that thick. And then when you gotta grind it all off your nail, you know, when you need a fill-in, you feel like you just can't always get all of the color off. And it's like you're stuck with it now. And maybe you don't want this on your nail till it grows out. But like, I don't know. And these just don't bother me to do that. So, and I don't feel like they're super thick either when I put I didn't even put clear over this. I just put it underneath it. And I had no problem when I was filing it having like spear spots. Like say you're filing this and you file more of the glitter off here than you would here. I didn't have that problem with these. So if that makes sense to you, I don't know, but it's just the issues I have, but that I'm still working on. But I like these. It's just it. I just like these. And if you want to try out some acrylics and you're new at doing nails and you really don't want to buy acrylics because you're afraid and you only do dip powders or polygel, I think these would work for you okay. And I don't think a size 10 brush, or maybe even the size below it, would be bad for you either. This is a really nice brush. The acrylic, even the, acrylic, even the acetone hasn't even bothered it. It says it's 100% Kolinsky. I believe it. It's, the hairs have not messed up at all. It just, it's been a really good brush for the price. Like I told you, I was wary of buying it because I'm like, it's probably just going to be a waste of money. It's going to feather out. It's going to get all full of like, sometimes you buy these cheap brushes and they just get full of it and then they just like spread out. And it's a pain. But like, it's still soft as can be. You can even kind of see it. Like, it's still very nice. Yes, sometimes I do clean it in between doing nail. Like my nails, like say I'll do all these, but then by the time I do this hand, I have to clean the brush a little bit because the glitters get in there. But that's just because of the glitters. But it's a really beautiful brush too. And a lot of times when you buy these brushes, you can't stick them back in here because then the hairs are like, but this one I don't have a problem with. I kind of just do this and put it in there. It's beautiful. I love the color of it and everything. And then see, none of the bristles got pushed down or nothing. And then sometimes I'll just take a little bit of this oil here. And I'll do that. And I'll do that. So yeah. I will put this down below if you want to check it out. A lot of people like that brush. And that's the reason I gave it a try. Because so many people were like, they were buying more than one. They're like, I'm using them in the salon. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it and buy it. You know. But I hope you like this video. If you're looking to like get into acrylics, like I said, I recommend these. So yeah, just a little something different. I will be doing a video next on these. They are, they've got a whole bunch of like neons and glitters in there, and they're gorgeous. So I will be doing a video on these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of them in here. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll do that video. And then after that, I will get to doing some Valentine's Day nails. Yay! I can't love Valentine's Day nails. But I will get back with you soon. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful, blessed, and safe rest of your day and week. And thank you guys again for watching. Hope to see you guys back real soon. Bye. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. It really helps out my channel and helps me out. And yeah.